Hey there, my name is Danielle Desir, and I'm one half of Millennial Wealth Builders, the 12-part audio docuseries that is highlighting the incredible stories of women of color who are building wealth. Now, you'll be hearing from my co-host, Aquania Escarnay, the host of the Purpose of Money podcast, in a moment, but I wanted to take a second to share with you the behind-the-scenes story of what inspired us to create this project and why it is so important. Aquania and I met at a personal finance content creation summit a few years ago, and we realized that we had a lot in common. We love talking about money, we love sharing strategies, and we are currently wealth builders. We are currently in the wealth building stages of our lives. We're also millennials as well. We're both in our 30s. Now, when we're looking at the personal finance landscape overall, we see very few women of color. Secondly, we also see very few women of color talking about building wealth and sharing their strategies. And for us, representation is so important. We really wanted to highlight the stories of women of color who are beating the odds, who are finding creative ways to leave a legacy behind, to pad their savings, and to build exponential wealth. So this audio docuseries came to be. Personally, I was inspired by The Social Dilemma, a documentary on Netflix. I love how it was shot. I love the storytelling. I loved everything about the documentary, and I wanted to replicate that in audio format. So if you listen to episodes of Millennial Wealth Builders, you won't hear the back and forth that you usually typically hear in a podcast interview. We really wanted to take the time to let our guests shine, and so that you can hear their stories uninterrupted. And we are so proud that we've been able to highlight so many stories of women of color who are building wealth. From building a real estate portfolio with no money down, to purchasing a hotel, to being a change maker, being a founder and CEO of a company. We get to really peel back the curtain and share the stories, share the inspiration, share what money was like for these women growing up, how they overcame adversity, and what's to come for them in the future.
When I was a child, my dad gave me Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it was my first introduction to the possibility of what entrepreneurship and ownership and real estate investing could do for you and your finances. But as I grew older, I didn't have a lot of examples of women who were doing that. And Danielle and I came up with the idea of Millennial Wealth Builders series to really share those stories of female entrepreneurs with others. And now we want to take those powerful, dynamic stories that have shared how-to tips on how to succeed at salary negotiation and wealth building, and even building your own empire, into a book that can spread to more women across the globe and really inspire them to accomplish their full potential to build wealth to levels that will leave money for future generations to come. And we hope that you'll support our effort by being a contributor to our crowdfunding campaign.